Week 11 of the fantasy basketball season. Here's a few centers I looked at this week. The first center, Yves Missi, the New Orleans Pelicans. So Missi, he's been playing great basketball of late for this Pelican team, and he's got great fantasy value available right now in 59% of fantasy leagues on the season. 9.6 points a game, 8.4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 56% from the field with a block and a half a game. In the last couple weeks, though, 9.2 points a game, 7.7 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 2.5 blocks, and 62% from the field. So Missi getting major minutes as the center here for this Pelican team. And we know this Pelican team's been banged up all season long. And as long as Zion Williamson's still out of the lineup, Missi is going to get the big minutes. And like I said, he's putting up good numbers, and he's been solid. And this Pelican team's actually won 2 in a row. January 1st at the Heat, 7 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, a block, 100% from the field. January 3rd versus the Wizards, 12 points, 11 boards, 3 assists, a block, 71% from the field. And January 5th at the Wizards, 16 points, 7 boards, an assist, a steal, 3 blocks, 80% from the field. So Missi, he gets to the foul line, getting in the paint, he's rebounding the basketball, and he's been a good shot blocker for this Pelican team. So right now, if you need rebounds, good field goal percentage, and scoring of the basketball at the center position, he's a good add. Like I said this week, the next center, Wendell Carter Jr., the Orlando Magic. So Carter Jr., it's been an up-and-down season for him. But this Magic team all season long has been dealing with injuries. And Carter actually had some injuries of his own early in the season. Now playing back into shape, available right now in 74% of leagues on the season. 7.9 points a game, 7.2 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 46% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 9.6 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 45% from the field. So with Montez Wagner out for the season, obviously more minutes have opened up at the center position, even though we know Bitas is having a great breakout season for this Magic team as well. So the last 3 games, January 1st at the Pistons, 15 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, a block, 46% from the field. January 3rd at Toronto, 6 points, 9 boards, an assist, a steal, a block, 28% from the field. Then January 6th versus Utah, 15 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, a 60% from the field. So Carter could score the basketball, he could rebound, shot block, and even could hit a 3 a game as well for fantasy owners, as long as he's getting playing time. And like I said, with Montez Wagner out for the season, at minimum, he's going to be the backup center right now is Wendell Carter, still playing about 20-25 minutes per game, worst case scenario. So Carter, well, he's out there in tons of fantasy leagues. I believe he helped fantasy owners, and he's played his way back into shape since he missed a lot of games early in the season. Next center, Nikola Jovic of the Miami Heat. So Jovic, he's getting more playing time and inserted into the starting lineup, and he's been playing pretty good basketball. Right now, he's available in tons of fantasy leagues as Jovic. 83% on the season. For Jovic, 8.9 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.3 threes, and 45% from the field. But the last couple weeks, with the expanded role, 11.6 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 2 threes, and 47% from the field. So Jovic's getting an opportunity, power forward playing next to Bam Adebayo in the lineup, and he's been putting up decent numbers. January 1st versus the Pelicans, 8 points, 7 boards, 6 assists, 2 threes, and that one 50% from the field. January 2nd versus the Pacers, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, 42% from the field. Then January 4th versus the Jazz, 17 points, a rebound, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 3 threes, 50% from the field. So he's hitting the 3 ball. He's made the most of his opportunity. I know a Jimmy Butler deal could hurt his fantasy value if they get multiple players in a deal with this Miami Heat team, and then obviously he's going to be back to the bench, and his playing time could go down if they get good pieces in the trade. But right now, well, he's playing good basketball and put up decent numbers, available in 83% of fantasy leagues. Next adds his teammate Khalil Ware of the Miami Heat. He's available right now, 91% of fantasy leagues is Ware. So he's playing good minutes off the bench for this Heat team, about 20 minutes a game on the season, 5.6 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 60% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 9.9 points a game, 3.4 rebounds, 0.9 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.9 blocks, a 3, and 70% from the field. So pretty much he's averaging at minimum 1 on average per category is Ware, and he's shown he could score the basketball as well. January 1st versus the Pelicans, 10 points, 5 boards, an assist, a block, a 3, 100% from the field. January 2nd versus the Pacers, 25 points, an assist, a steal, 3 blocks, 3 threes, 81% from the field. Then January 4th versus the Jazz, 12 points, 4 boards, an assist, 2 steals, 2 threes, 55% from the field. So he's scoring the basketball at a decent rate is where he's shot blocking, and he's shown he can hit the 3-ball as well as a stretch big man coming off the bench behind Bam Adebayo. But the big thing with him as well, if they make the Jimmy Butler deal and get a couple big men in the deal or whatever the case may be, his value might be down. But right now, while he's out there in tons of fantasy leagues and no Jimmy Butler deal as of yet has gone down, he's definitely in there this week in the final center. I look to add Mason Plumlee of the Phoenix Suns. So now he's in the starting lineup with Jusuf Nurkic going to the bench. And the Sun team, after losing a few games in a row, they're trying to shake things up and get this team back on track. And now with Plumlee in the lineup, we know his specialties, rebounding and field goal percentage. All the years we've seen him in the NBA on the season, 4.3 points a game, 6.1 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 58% from the field. In the last couple weeks, 5.2 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 66% from the field. So rebounding, like I said, is what he's going to bring is Mason Plumlee. But he still has been playing some pretty good minutes, 25, 30 minutes a game over the last 3 games for this Phoenix Sun team is Plumlee. December 28th versus the Warriors, 2 points, 9 boards, 6 assists, a steal, a block, and that one didn't even attempt a field goal. December 31st versus the Grizzlies, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 100% from the field. And January 4th at the Pacers, 4 points, 5 boards, an assist, a steal, 33% from the field. So like I said, Plumlee, he's going to get rebounding for fantasy owners. He's going to give you a field goal percentage that's pretty decent, and also shot blocking at times as well. So if you need a center in deeper leagues, I think Plumlee's a good add, available in 95% of fantasy leagues. That's a few centers I look to add for Week 11 of the fantasy basketball season.